Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, when did this happen? The fine lines, the tired eyes, the energy that just isn't what it used to be. Or maybe you've noticed that after a long day, your body just doesn't bounce back the way it once did. You're not alone. Aging is something we all go through. But what if I told you that growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker or feeling worn out? What if aging could be a little more graceful and a little less frustrating? There's a secret that more and more scientists are discovering, and it's something that's right in front of us every single day. It's not in a pill or a cream or a pricey procedure. It's in our food. The right foods can do wonders for your body, not just on the outside, but deep on the inside, helping you feel more energized, more focused, and yes, even helping your skin look smoother and younger. And we're not talking about trendy superfoods or hard-to-pronounce powders. I'm talking about everyday foods you can find at your local grocery store. Simple, delicious things that, when eaten regularly, can actually help reverse the signs of aging at the cellular level. Sounds exciting, right? In this video, we're going to talk about 5 powerful foods that have been studied by scientists for their ability to slow down aging, and even turn some of it around. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, these foods can help you feel younger from the inside out. And don't worry, this isn't one of those change your whole life overnight kind of things. These are small changes, easy things you can start adding into your day-to-day meals. And the best part? They taste great. So, let's dive in. Let's start with a food that's been cherished for thousands of years, and now science is finally catching up with what ancient cultures already knew. Let's talk about berries. Yes, good old-fashioned blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, even blackberries. Not only are they sweet and satisfying, they're absolutely packed with antioxidants. Now, I know antioxidant might sound like one of those buzzwords we hear all the time, but here's why it actually matters. Antioxidants help fight something called oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress like little bits of rust forming in your body over time. It's what causes damage to your cells, which can lead to things like wrinkles, memory loss, and even chronic diseases. Berries are nature's little rust fighters. And research has shown that people who regularly eat berries have better brain health as they age. In fact, a study from Harvard found that older adults who ate berries a few times a week delayed cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. Imagine that, just by enjoying a bowl of berries, you could be keeping your brain younger. And it's not just your brain. The vitamin C in berries supports collagen production, which helps keep your skin looking firmer and smoother. Collagen is like the glue that holds your skin together. As we get older, our bodies make less of it, but eating foods like berries can help give it a boost. So, whether you enjoy them fresh, frozen, or blended into a smoothie, adding berries to your breakfast or afternoon snack is one of the easiest and tastiest ways to support a younger, more vibrant you. Now, let's move on to something that might already be in your spice rack, something tiny, but mighty. Turmeric. That bright golden spice that gives curry its vibrant color? It's not just a flavor booster, it's one of the most powerful anti-aging foods out there. The magic compound in turmeric is called curcumin, and it's been studied extensively for its anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is a word we don't always associate with aging, but it plays a big role. Chronic inflammation, especially the kind that quietly builds up in the body over time, is one of the main drivers of aging. It contributes to joint pain, heart disease, and even Alzheimer's. Turmeric helps calm that inflammation down. In fact, some researchers believe turmeric is one of the main reasons people in parts of India, where turmeric is a staple in the diet, have lower rates of age-related diseases. One study even found that older adults who consumed turmeric regularly had better memory and attention than those who didn't. That's pretty powerful for something that costs just a few dollars and lasts a long time in the pantry. Now, I get it. Maybe turmeric isn't something you're used to cooking with. But here's the thing. You don't have to whip up a full Indian curry to enjoy it. A little sprinkle in your scrambled eggs, some added to a soup or a stew, or even stirred into warm milk or tea, it's a small step with big benefits. Just remember, turmeric is best absorbed with a bit of black pepper and healthy fat, so pairing it with olive oil or avocado makes it even more effective. Speaking of olive oil, that brings us to the next powerhouse food. Extra virgin olive oil isn't just good for your heart, it's also a secret weapon against aging. You might have heard of the Mediterranean diet, that style of eating that's linked to longer lives and healthier aging. Well, olive oil is at the heart of it. It's rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, which help protect your cells and support brain health. But more than that, olive oil contains compounds that actively reduce inflammation and help prevent the damage caused by free radicals. That means it helps protect everything from your skin to your memory to your joints. There was a fascinating study in Spain that followed thousands of older adults over several years. Those who consumed the most olive oil had better heart health, sharper minds, and lower risk of developing chronic diseases. And it wasn't gallons of it either. Just a tablespoon or two a day made a big difference. So, how can you work olive oil into your routine? Use it to dress your salads, drizzle it over cooked vegetables, or use it in place of butter when you're sautéing something. It's a small switch, but your body will thank you. We've already covered some delicious and simple ways to age well, from the sweetness of berries to the warm spice of turmeric and the smooth richness of olive oil. Each of these foods works in its own way to help you feel stronger, think clearer, and glow a little more from the inside out. Now that we've laid the foundation with these powerful first steps, let's keep the momentum going. We've already explored how something as simple as berries, turmeric, and olive oil can make a big difference in how we age. Not just in how we look, but in how we feel every day. These are foods that work quietly behind the scenes, helping your body repair, restore, and stay resilient. And the best part? They're delicious. Now, let's continue our journey with another food that's been called the nutrient powerhouse from the sea. It might surprise you, or maybe it's already something you enjoy, but either way, it's time we talk about fatty fish. We're talking about salmon, mackerel, sardines, fish that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. If the word fat scares you, don't worry, this is the good kind. Omega-3s are essential fats that your body can't make on its own, and they're key to keeping your brain sharp, your joints flexible, and your heart strong. As we get older, our risk for things like heart disease and cognitive decline naturally goes up. But studies have shown that people who eat fatty fish regularly can lower that risk dramatically. One large study found that older adults who consumed omega-3 rich fish at least twice a week had a significantly lower chance of developing Alzheimer's disease. That's not just interesting, that's life-changing. And when it comes to your skin, omega-3s help maintain its moisture, elasticity, and firmness. Think of them as natural moisturizers from within. Instead of slathering on creams and lotions, you're feeding your skin the tools it needs to repair and protect itself. Now, you might be wondering, but what if I'm not a fan of fish? That's okay. There are other options. You can try omega-3 supplements like fish oil, or even plant-based ones like flaxseed oil or algae oil if you're looking for a vegetarian-friendly route. But if you can add just 1 or 2 servings of fatty fish a week to your meals, you'll be giving your body a gift that keeps on giving. It could be something simple, like grilled salmon with a squeeze of lemon, or even sardines on whole grain toast. And don't forget, canned versions are just as beneficial, and they're super easy to keep on hand. Now, let's shift from the sea to the garden. There's a humble little vegetable that's often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful anti-aging foods out there. I'm talking about leafy greens. Yes, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and arugula, all those vibrant, dark green leaves that are bursting with nutrients. You might be thinking, do I really need more salad in my life? But here's the thing, leafy greens are like multivitamins grown in the ground. They're full of vitamins A, C, K, and folate, plus minerals like magnesium and iron. And they've been shown to support brain health, bone strength, and even eyesight. There was a remarkable study published in Neurology that followed older adults who ate just 1 serving of leafy greens a day. The result? Their cognitive abilities were equivalent to people 11 years younger. That's not a typo, 11 years. That's the power of nutrients like lutein and beta-carotene working together to keep your brain young and agile. Leafy greens also help reduce inflammation in the body, support a healthy gut, and improve digestion, which, let's face it, can become a bit sluggish as we get older. They're low in calories but high in fiber, so they fill you up without weighing you down. Now, if the idea of eating plain salad sounds a little dull, don't worry. There are plenty of creative ways to get more greens into your day. You can toss a handful of spinach into your morning smoothie, you'll barely taste it. Or sauté kale with a little olive oil and garlic for a warm, savory side dish. Even adding a bit of arugula to your sandwich or wrapping your tuna salad in romaine leaves instead of bread can sneak in those anti-aging nutrients without feeling like a chore. What's beautiful about all these foods, whether it's berries, turmeric, olive oil, fish, or leafy greens, is that they're all things you can enjoy, not just tolerate. Eating to feel younger shouldn't feel like a punishment. It should feel like nourishment. Like you're giving your body a little thank you for everything it does for you each day. And let's be honest, by the time we hit our 60s and beyond, we've learned a few things about what matters. We're not trying to turn back the clock to our 20s. We're aiming for something better. Energy that lasts through the day. A sharp mind that remembers names, stories, and where we left the remote. Skin that glows with health, not just youth. And a sense of vitality that lets us enjoy the people, places, and passions we love most. Aging isn't the enemy. But how we age, that's something we can influence. Not by chasing perfection, but by making small, smart choices every single day. And if you're thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't know where to start, just begin with one. Add a handful of berries to your breakfast. Stir a pinch of turmeric into your tea. Try a piece of grilled salmon for dinner. These aren't big changes, they're simple swaps. But over time, they build up. They become habits. And those habits become your strength. You deserve to feel good in your body. To wake up each morning with the energy to do what you love, whether that's walking the dog, gardening, playing with the grandkids, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of coffee without aches and stiffness. There's no magic fix, but food comes pretty close. When you feed your body the right way, it returns the favor. It protects you, energizes you, and helps you live not just longer, but better. Let's keep going. There's one more incredible food I want to share with you. There's one more food I've been saving for last. Not because it's the least important, but because it ties everything together in a beautiful and honestly comforting way. It's not fancy. It's not expensive. And chances are, it's already sitting in your kitchen. It's nuts. Yes, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and even pecans. These tiny, crunchy snacks are packed with nutrients that support your body in countless ways. They're rich in healthy fats, plant-based protein, fiber, and an impressive list of vitamins and minerals. But what makes them so special when it comes to aging? Well, let's start with heart health. As we age, our risk for heart disease goes up, and one of the simplest, most delicious things we can do to protect our hearts is to eat a small handful of nuts regularly. Studies show that people who eat nuts a few times a week have lower cholesterol, healthier blood pressure, and a reduced risk of heart-related issues. But it doesn't stop there. Nuts also support brain function. Walnuts, in particular, are rich in omega-3s, just like fatty fish, and they've been linked to better memory and cognitive performance in older adults. In fact, researchers have found that people who include walnuts in their diet tend to perform better on brain tests and may even delay age-related cognitive decline. And here's something many people don't realize. Nuts are also great for your skin. The vitamin E in almonds, for example, acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting your skin from damage and helping maintain its elasticity and moisture. That means fewer wrinkles, less dryness, and a more youthful glow, all from a snack that fits in the palm of your hand. If you've been told to avoid nuts because they're high in fat, here's the truth. The kind of fat in nuts is the good kind. It supports your heart, your brain, and your hormones. And because nuts are so nutrient-dense, just a small amount goes a long way. Think of it as quality over quantity. So, how can you enjoy more nuts in your daily routine? It's easy. A small handful as a mid-morning snack. A sprinkle on your oatmeal or yogurt. A spoonful of almond butter on a banana. You don't need to go overboard. Just a little bit each day can add up to big benefits over time. And just like the other foods we've talked about, berries, turmeric, olive oil, fatty fish, and leafy greens, nuts are a reminder that eating for your health doesn't have to be bland or boring. It can be satisfying, flavorful, and even fun. Now, let's take a breath and look at the bigger picture. You've just learned about 5 powerful foods that don't just help you feel better, they can help you age better. These foods work at the cellular level to protect you from inflammation, support your brain, strengthen your heart, and keep your skin glowing. And they're backed by real science, not hype or fads. But here's something I really want you to hear. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You don't need to eat all 5 of these foods every single day. You don't need to change your whole lifestyle overnight. You just need to start somewhere. Maybe today that means adding some spinach to your lunch. Tomorrow it might mean choosing salmon instead of something fried. The next day, maybe it's swapping in olive oil for butter, or grabbing a handful of almonds instead of cookies. These small, intentional choices add up. They create momentum. And over time, they can change how you feel, how you move, how you think. And yes, even how you look. Aging is a privilege. It means you've lived. You've experienced. You've laughed, loved, learned, and maybe even stumbled a few times. But it doesn't mean you have to settle for feeling tired or achy or forgetful. It doesn't mean you have to give up on your goals or your passions. You deserve to feel strong, clear-minded, and full of energy at any age. So, take these tips and try them out. Have fun with them. Explore new recipes. Share a meal with someone you love. Food is more than just fuel. It's one of the most powerful tools we have for healing, for joy, and for connection. And now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already enjoy? Which ones are you excited to try? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts or your own favorite anti-aging food. You never know who you might inspire. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps more people find this kind of uplifting, health-focused content. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more simple ways to feel your best after 60. Remember, aging isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. And with the right choices, we can do it with strength, with grace, and with joy. Here's to living your best life, inside and out.